92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at this time, we do the second date updates. You go out on a date and someone doesn't call you back. Let us call them for you and help solve all of your problems or create new ones. We've got Hannah on the phone right now. Hannah emailed us about a date she went on with a guy named Pete. Hannah, how are you?
I'm good. Hey, guys. How are you doing?
Hey, what's up? Tell us about Pete. Tell us about your date. Tell us about how it all went.
I think it was a really, really good date. We went out to dinner downtown.
All right.
We had a really good conversation. He was such a gentleman. And then we went to go watch a movie.
All right.
It's a long date.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it just was going really, really well. And then afterwards, we went back to his place.
Okay.
And we kind of had a nightcap. We, you know,
And by nightcap, do you mean?
we got intimate.
All right. Yes. Nice.
Own it, Hannah.
Good to
Own
hear
it.
it. So what happened when you guys were done? Did you leave right after? You leave in the morning? How'd that work?
Well, he cooked me breakfast. And then, I mean, it was just so, like, he gave me a long, passionate kiss goodbye. And he's like, I can't wait to see you again. So I'm thinking, this is probably the best date I've ever had.
Nice.
Yeah.
And ever since then, nothing.
Really?
He cooked you breakfast and hasn't called you back.
No, but then why? I'm so confused.
Okay.
I'm confused,
Have
too.
you tried to get a hold of him?
I mean, I texted him once to be like,
Okay.
hey, how are you? You know, just a few days later, just because I don't want to look like a crazy stalker.
Jubal, if you hooked up with a girl on a first date and you didn't like her, you wouldn't cook her breakfast, would you?
Probably not. No. I'd probably try to figure out a way to get her out of there as quickly as possible.
Right, you had a
know what I
business
mean?
meeting, you had to go to work.
If I made breakfast, it would be a trail of bacon from the bed to her car to get her out of there. So, I mean, it seems like he liked you.
I like the trail of bacon idea.
I like the kind of girls you go for, Jubal.
Okay, Hannah, so we're going to call him and find out why he didn't get back to you. And you can't think of anything.
I thought the night went so great. We had such good chemistry. I mean, I honestly am clueless.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we're going to call him right after this and see if we can get your answer, okay?
Thanks, guys.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, we've got Hannah on the phone right now. Hannah went out on a date with a guy named Pete that she really liked. They ended up hooking up. The next morning, he made her breakfast and kissed her goodbye, and she hasn't heard back from him. Hannah, are you ready to call Pete? And
Yes.
wow, all right,
Yeah.
you are
I
ready.
just want to know. That's all.
How did you meet Pete, Hannah?
I have a friend of a friend. He's single. He's cute. So it's kind of like a blind date hookup.
Cute.
Hello?
Hey, I was looking for Pete.
Yeah, this is Pete.
Pete, what's up, dude? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. How are you?
I'm good. Why are you calling?
I want to talk to you about a mutual friend that you and I have.
Okay.
It's a girl named Hannah.
Why are you calling me about Hannah?
Well, I know that you went on a date with Hannah and you guys hooked up, and the next morning you made her breakfast and everything seemed cool and haven't called her. So I was calling kind of on Hannah's behalf to ask why I haven't gotten back to her.
Is this on air right now? Is this on the radio right now?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I gotta go. Sorry.
No. Hey, hang on. Pete, 1 second, dude. Please don't hang up. All right.
Call him again?
Try to call him back, yeah.
Dude, Hannah, what did you do?
Does not want to talk about Hannah. Mm-hmm. See if we can get him back.
This is inappropriate, man.
Look, don't hang up.
No, it's bullshit. You shouldn't be asking me about my private life here. It's bullshit.
Okay.
Get me off the air. and
Hang
I'll-
on a second, Pete. What is this? Okay. Producer boy just handed me a piece of paper. That's true?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Apparently, Pete, our producer went to your Facebook and it says you are engaged.
What?
You're joking.
Is this for real?
Pete, are you engaged, dude?
He hung up. I heard it click. I
gone?
think he hung up.
Are
Hey,
you joking?
wow. That was weird. All right, we're gonna stop for a second and try to sort this out. I think we need to figure out if this is really true or not. Okay, so we got an update. A few minutes ago during the second date update, we were calling Pete to find out why he wasn't calling Hannah back. He hung up on us when we first got him on the phone, so producer Boyd went to his Facebook page to try to get like another contact for him, a phone number or something, and found out through Pete's Facebook that he was actually engaged. And apparently, producer Boyd then messaged his fiance, and he's telling me that she's on the phone right now. Is she really on the phone right now?
She's online too.
Is this Jessica?
Yeah?
Do you have a fiance named Pete?
Do I have a fiance named Pete? Yeah.
I don't want to do this.
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5. Can you describe Pete for me?
Yeah. He's my fiance. We've been together for a while. We're getting married in the summer. He's
Okay.
Is there
really great. And
Just to like,
why are you asking me this?
How long have you been together?
Well, we've been engaged for about a year, a little over a year.
A
And we've been together-
year?
hang on,
Slow down.
hang on, Hannah. Let's make sure this is the right dude.
All right. Who is this?
This is Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5. Hannah's on the phone with us. Hannah emailed us about a guy that she went out with and hooked up with who wouldn't call her back after they, had a night of fun. That guy is your fiance.
Is this a joke?
No.
Are you kidding me? That's not possible.
Is there any way you've been out of town over the weekends?
Yeah.
When did this happen, Hannah?
On Friday night?
Okay. Were you with Pete on Friday night?
No, and he... Oh, my God.
I know, honey.
And he didn't answer my phone calls or my texts on Friday. And is this...
It's not
Okay,
a joke.
Jessica, so where did Pete tell you he was on Friday night?
He said he had to work late.
Okay, and he didn't answer
And he
you.
wouldn't answer any of my texts or anything. And, oh, my God, are you kidding me?
Hannah, tell Jessica about what you did Friday night.
I'm really sorry. I honestly had no idea this guy was engaged. I thought he was just a great guy, and we went on a date. We went back to
You went on a date? Like a prearranged date? What? I'm trying very hard to give him the benefit of the doubt and not freak out right now.
What's Pete's last name? Jessica, what's Pete's last name? We'll beep it out. Hannah, what's the guy's last name that you went out with?
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
Have you guys had any problems with cheating before in your...
No. Not that I'm aware of.
Hannah, how did you meet Pete again?
just through a mutual acquaintance.
Mutual acquaintance.
Who?
This guy, Charles.
Jessica, is Charles a friend of Pete's that you know?
Yeah, he's a friend of Pete's.
Okay.
He's a friend of Pete's that I don't get along with. This is just unbelievably.
We tried to
How did you go out on a date? Are you saying you were at a party? Or I don't understand what you're saying to me.
Jessica, I would tell you to not get mad at Hannah because it sounds like Hannah legitimately didn't know that he had a fiance. So
I'm sorry. I don't know who I'm mad at right now. I'm just in shock. Okay, so cut me some slack here because you were in my house, Hannah. P.S.
You can be as
You
mad.
were in my house.
Wait, Jessica, you live there?
Wait, but
Yeah.
you lived there? Because there was no pictures of any girls in that house.
Oh my god.
Are you okay, honey?
No, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I'm engaged. I'm not okay at all.
Oh, that makes my heart hurt.
I feel
So-
terrible right now.
We tried to get Pete on the phone, Jessica, to talk about why he wasn't calling Hannah back, and he got angry and hung up on us, obviously, because he has a fiance. I'm sorry you had to hear about it this way.
I am too.
Hey, Jessica, we're going to give you just a second to compose yourself, okay? And then we're going to talk to you a little more, all right?
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to put you on hold for 1 second.
Okay.
All right, this is the third segment of the second date update today because obviously things got a little serious. Hannah went out with a guy named Peter. They hooked up. We tried to get him on the phone. He got mad and hung up on us, and then we found out that he actually had a fiance. Jessica, how you doing?
Yeah, okay.
Have you flushed your engagement ring down the toilet yet?
Not yet. Not yet.
Have you suspected him of cheating before or anything else?
I've had my moments of worrying about that a little bit, but I've always told myself to take the high road and not,
Be accusatory.
yeah, and to trust the
Right.
commitment that we've made to
Which
each other.
you should be able to.
What is
Right.
your plan, Jessica, for confronting Pete?
I don't know yet. I just found, I don't know. I am, my blood is boiling though right now, and I don't know if I am going to pack my stuff and just get out of here, or I'm just going to.
Jessica, I'm going to tell you from a guy's point of view who has been caught cheating when he's been living with girls that he's been with, just walk away. Like, honestly, that's the best way to do it for both you guys. Because you leave, you can find someone else who's not going to cheat on you. And if you don't leave, then you're always going to have that doubt. You're always going to be on his case. It's not going to be a good relationship on either side. So no matter what, now that you know this, my advice to you would be just to go there when he's not there, get your stuff. Don't even give him the satisfaction of a conversation about it.
Because all he's going to do is lie about it. Right? I mean, how many
Yeah.
times have you been honest, Jubal, when you had gotten caught in cheating?
I am never honest. So Jessica, that's what I would tell you to do, okay?
Thank you. I mean, I guess I'm glad I'm finding this out. I'm not at all, but
Right.
Hey, it's better to know now than to have to get a divorce, right?
And let me tell you, we threw one badass unbachelorette party in Vegas after my girlfriend broke up with her second fiance, and it was way more fun.
Hey, Jessica, will you stay in touch with us just to let us know how you're
Yeah.
doing and how everything wraps up?
yeah.
All right.
You're going to be okay.
Thanks, you guys.
Yeah, it's not the end of the
Oh,
world. It
thank
really
you.
isn't. I know it sucks right now, but it's not.
All right.
There's plenty of guys like me out there.
That's not hope.
God, I don't know.
It's the opposite.
All right, keep in touch with us, okay?
All right. Thanks.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
One of the secrets in dating is if you have a bad date, never accept blame for anything.
So,
Any good relationship expert
Okay.
will tell you always pass the blame, never accept responsibility for your own actions.
God,
You can blame the food, you can blame the weather, you could do what Victor, who's on the phone for a second date update, did, and you can blame your boss for ruining your date. All sorts of people that you can blame for screwing up your date. What's up, Victor? How are you?
Hey guys, I'm good. How are you?
Victor,
good.
why are you playing the blame game, man?
Well, I take responsibility for a couple of things, but I feel like I did everything right as much as I could have given the circumstances.
Tell us before you get into your actual date. Tell us about the girl you want to call today. What's her name?
Her name's Zoe.
Zoe. All right. And where did you meet Zoe?
We met through a friend of a friend.
Okay. That's exciting. How did you feel when you first saw her?
I mean, she was super cute. Just kind of radiated a little bit. I was pretty impressed. She looked a lot better in person than she did in the picture, and so
That's always a bonus, and I hope you told her that. I hope you told her that she looks better in person than she does in pictures, and tell her to stop taking pictures.
I couldn't tell her that. I didn't tell her that. I just, after a few seconds of meeting her, I had to actually excuse myself.
Really?
Oh, really?
Why?
And that's kind of where my boss comes in. He had kept me about like 10 to 15 minutes later than I had expected, so I was late for the date. So in order to get there, I had to run, and in doing so, worked up a bit of a sweat, and kind of got a little bit of a stank to me by the time I actually got to the restaurant.
So wait,
So
did you like sit down and then realize your own smell and then have to excuse yourself?
no, I mean I could as soon as I like closed the door to the restaurant. You know when you're like you kind of go from inside to outside, and like all of a sudden just like you could tell.
You wafted. It was a wafting smell.
Wafted?
Yeah, exactly. It's like a stink pocket.
So is that why you think she's not calling you back? Because she noticed the funk coming from you?
I don't know that she noticed the funk. I went over to the table and just said, "Hey, I'm here. I'm sorry. I just got to go run and hit the bathroom real quick." And when I did, all I had on me was a little bit of cologne, like a little sampler. So I just kind of doused myself in it just to kind of at least mask the smell. I know, but it was all I could do.
Great idea. Using cologne to cover up body odor never goes wrong.
Everyone knows that is the worst possible move. Obviously, you take a sink shower at the bathroom. That's what you should have done. You got towels there. You just get it wet. You get your armpits drenched down. You take care of business.
You should have been with me. There's no real handbook on this. I didn't know that.
Well, I am an expert on body odor, so...
Yeah. You have come to the foremost expert in the world on body odor, Brooke. So you didn't do that. You doused yourself in cologne. Do you think she noticed?
Well, I was hoping she wouldn't. But when we got the appetizer, she definitely called the waiter back over and was like, I think there's something very pungent about this, as in not in a good way.
She thought it was the food.
Well, she thought I definitely steered her in that direction as well. I encouraged that a little bit.
What's the expiration date on these cheese sticks? Because it smells like they've turned a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I had no idea what to do, so I kind of demanded that the waiter just take the appetizer away. And
oh my gosh, that's so awkward.
yeah, no, it was awkward. But I'm not going to be, the guy that's like, yeah, no, it's me. It's my stinky armpit. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So, but she had to have noticed when they took the appetizer away that the smell stayed.
I don't know that she did it. Maybe she just kind of, how you just get used to things after a while. Maybe that's where it went. Because actually, from there on out, our conversation was great. It kind of hit on all the right notes, about family, career, 5-year goals. I mean, it really got kind of deep.
Whoa.
And so I don't know.
You had a good conversation despite being late and then smelling like poo.
Yeah, pretty much.
So don't tell me that you gave her a hug at the end of the night.
Actually, I did.
Oh!
That is a terrible idea.
Oh, no.
Yeah, why?
Well, it was kind of like a surprise hug, though. I mean, she was leaving the restaurant, and I kind of just came up behind her and just quickly just wrapped my arms around her.
Ew.
That sounds worse than hugging her with body odor.
So now you got a creepy, stinky hug, is what she got.
From behind.
Yeah, I mean, I know it wasn't perfect by any means, but it was just kind of a little show of affection and kind of say, I had a great time. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Use your words next time would be my advice.
Well, I'm trying to use my words now, but she's not answering my phone calls, and hopefully you guys can help me out with that.
Yeah, that is not shocking news to me at all,
Yeah.
Victor.
It sounds like she was really impressed by you.
No, I know. Listen, I really like this girl. She's one of the most normal people I've gone out with in a long time, and those two things. I know. It's funny and stuff, but it's look, I can always be on time. I can always take a shower. Those things I can change. I just need a redo here. I really do.
Okay.
Okay, well, we'll try to get you your redo. We'll play a song, come back, and then call her and get your second date update, all right?
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, Victor is on the phone, and today he wants to call a woman named Zoe. And I'm surprised he's not getting a call back because they played the most fun first date game ever. Where's that smell coming from? It's always a fun game to play on a first date. And unfortunately for Victor, that smell was coming from him because he showed up late. He had to actually run there, and by the time he got there, he had body odor, so he excused himself to the bathroom, put on a bunch of cologne, and smelled pungent. He blamed the smell on the appetizer, but I don't know if his date bought it. All right, Victor, you ready to call Zoe and see if it was your funky armpits that did you in?
Yeah, I'm all set.
And can you promise when you take her out again, no from behind surprise hugs? Nobody wants that.
It was an awkward moment.
Yeah.
Forgot to add that along with the smell, when they were walking out of the restaurant, Victor just grabbed her from behind and gave her a hug. And I'm assuming that was not only creepy, but also very smelly, and she realized it wasn't coming from the appetizer.
Yeah, well, he didn't try to throw her in the trunk of his car, so she was probably good with it.
Well, she's lucky we didn't go to dessert, because that's probably what I would have done.
You're sick, Victor.
Well, the way this date went for you, it wouldn't surprise me at all. All right. I'm going to dial her phone number right now, see if we can get her on the phone, and find out why she's not calling you back, okay?
I really appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yep. All right, no problem. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Zoe, please?
This is Zoe.
Hi, Zoe. How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Jubal?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Do you know Jubal or do you not know Jubal?
I've heard of. Wait, where are you guys from?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio program. Some people might call it a showgram.
Oh,
No,
that's
it's a-
smart.
It's a radio show.
Wait, am I on the radio?
Do you want to be?
What?
Because we can make that happen because it's a radio
Zoe.
show, you know? We can make that happen if you want to be.
Why are you calling me?
Do you want to know why?
Yes, that's why she asked, Jubal.
Okay, cool. We're calling you because we got an email about you from one of our listeners.
Who?
Well, his name is Victor, and you guys went out on a date.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Why would he email a radio station about our date?
Well, because we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update, so Victor is confused why you won't call him back.
That's weird.
It is.
Why?
agree.
Because it should be obvious why you're not calling him back? Is that why it's weird?
I mean, I would have thought so.
Really?
Odd. No.
Just no.
You know, Zoe, from Victor's description of the date, he also knows it was kind of weird, but he really liked you and would like a shot at a do-over, but he says he can't get a hold of you. I mean, what's the reason that you don't want to call him back?
I mean, we're very different people. I mean, I've been on several, first dates that were a little off, but this one was just like, I can't explain. I don't want to embarrass him or anything, but
What?
We talked to him already, and there's no way you could embarrass him any more than he's already embarrassed himself
Yeah.
telling us about the date, so
He told
Don't
us a
worry about
lot.
okay, well, then you probably already know. I mean, it was kind of inappropriate what happened.
Oh my God, it was the hug. It was the weird back hug, wasn't it, at the end? He told us about the surprise hug. He came up from behind. I would have punched him.
Awkward.
It was awkward, but he didn't seem harmful, so no, I didn't punch him or anything. But that wasn't even the weird part, honestly, not the weirdest part of the date.
are you talking about him showing up late and smelling like a used gym towel?
No, I mean, I knew something smelled, but I didn't notice him smelling any particular way.
Okay,
Oh.
so what are you talking about then? Because those are two really big red flags that he described to us.
Okay, so the conversation, it got pretty in-depth, which is kind of nice on a first date, but I don't know if he was doing it on purpose, but he just got a little too personal with some of his questions.
Like what?
Oh.
Okay, so we talked about goals in life, which I think is pretty important. And he's very much a numbers guy. And he said he wanted to retire early.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked me, had I ever thought about it? When did I plan to retire? And I said, well, I haven't. I mean, I'm like in my mid-20s. It's just not something I've really thought about. And he gets kind of focused at this point and takes out his laptop at the restaurant
What?
to start to see when I can retire.
Wait, he's like analyzing her financial situation?
Yes. He's like asking me, like, what do I do for a job and how much money do I make? Do I have a 401k
Whoa.
and savings and all this?
Wow.
Wow, that's
And
a little.
It was a little creepy to me. I didn't want to tell him. All of that's kind of personal. And I said, well, I don't really know. And he said, well, just guesstimate.
So it's more like he's your financial planner at this point rather than you're on a date with a dude.
Right. I'm trying to think about, do I want to, like, give you a kiss at the end of the night? Not when do I want to retire?
All right.
And it got really weird because I said he asked if my parents were rich. And he said, well, what is their estimated date of death, do you think?
Oh, no way.
Oh my God. It'd be more
Zoe,
concerning if
would-
you had a date.
When we talked to him, he told us that you guys had some really deep conversations.
Oh my gosh.
Really deep, like too deep.
Yeah. He took that as having a deep, meaningful conversation, and you obviously took that as a weirdo who's trying to figure out when you can retire and when your parents are going to die.
Yeah. I mean, is this what he does all the time? I don't know. It weirded me out.
Yeah.
You know what else is weird? He's actually on the phone listening and wants to talk to you right now.
What? He's been listening this whole time?
Yeah.
Zoe, there is nothing wrong with what I did. I was doing you a favor.
Oh. Oh.
Usually I charge like $500 for my services.
Oh.
But you don't talk about that on a first date. I mean, who brings a laptop to a first date anyway? But you were asking me all these questions about money, not what, my life aspirations were, or did I want to have kids one day, all these important things, and it was just numbers. What was
Well,
that?
we were going to get to that. I mean, everybody should be educated about their finances.
That would have been on our second date.
Personal stuff first.
I mean, I was really concerned. You didn't seem to have a clue.
What? It really wasn't what I was worried about at the time.
You can't just go and call her clueless right now. I mean,
Well, listen, she had no idea. She had no clue when she wanted to retire. How to retire. What kind of payments to be making in the meantime. How to set herself up. I mean, it was atrocious.
maybe she just didn't want to discuss it with you, basically a total stranger.
Yeah.
On a first date.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you,
this was
Zoe.
a date,
At a
Victor, not a
restaurant.
meeting set up so you could do her financial plan.
Well, it just seemed important, and this is how I showed I care.
Oh, okay.
What are those, like your 7 love signs or whatever it is to show how you love someone?
There's only 5, and I guarantee you that's not one of them.
You don't think financial planning is a love language? I don't know.
That's
I'm not
what
sure.
No, it's not. And why would you ever even ask me when I thought my parents would die? You didn't even ask their names. This is not appropriate.
Because I didn't mean that I wanted to know when they were going to... Well, I mean, I did want to know when they were going to die, but not for the creepy reason. It's just that the average men die at 84.7 and women are at 87.3. And I thought that I could calculate, therefore, how, when, and if you're going to get an inheritance, given the fact that that would be roughly around the time that they may pass. And I could factor it into your retirement plan.
I'd rather think about them living to like 120. I love my parents.
But not to mention, if you're the oldest daughter, statistically, you're going to be the ones financially responsible for taking care of them in their old age.
Yeah, I hadn't gotten to that yet. I'm very aware. That's a very important factor. But she kept blocking me on the inheritance aspect of it, so I couldn't get that far.
Oh, that's terrible.
She's an inheritance blocker.
This is so ridiculous. Why are we even talking about this?
Well, because Zoe, I think you need to hear the hard truth, and that's that you have got to get yourself set up for a good future, you know?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, Victor. Victor, you were the one that called us and you wanted a second chance. What happened to that? Like, she told you what was wrong. Why aren't you apologizing instead of just attacking her further?
I'm not trying to attack her. Look, I mean, this is very important. You know, I mean, it's your financial well-being in the long term. If we're talking about a relationship, it's long term. Come on, where's your head?
It's a first
Okay,
date.
but shouldn't you know whether you're compatible with the person before you even start to care about the finances?
Yes.
I ran the numbers. I'm compatible with her.
And I believe you did the research, Victor. I do.
You know what I mean? I guess I'm just more of a planner than you guys are, you know?
I don't know. I'm trying to plan a second date for you, though. Zoe, would you like to go on another date with Victor? We will pay for it.
You know, as tempting as it is, no.
Yeah.
No offense. I don't think we're going to be that compatible because you're going to want to talk numbers, and I'm not. So thank you very much, but no.
Zoe, thank you for your time. Sorry it didn't work out for you.
It's fine. I don't want to go out with them again anyway.
Yeah.
And Victor, I'm sorry that didn't work out with Zoe, but, you know, if you have time to get dinner soon, I could probably use your help with a few things.
You've got my number.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The girl on the phone for a second date update today had her first date at one of the craziest places possible. People are popping pills left and right. Lots of group activity, if you know what I mean. And everybody's inhibitions are lowered. Mostly because of dementia. She went to the retirement home. Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing how all those things are the same.
I know, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, they're having fun over there.
Kara is on the phone, and apparently her first date with this dude was at the retirement home. Want to hear more about that in a second. That's an interesting date. Kara, how are you?
I'm okay.
The first thing that comes to my mind is you're like a gold digger dating a 92-year-old Alzheimer's patient.
Oh, I hope that's true.
You're into old
No,
people.
no. The guy, I went on a date with a guy who volunteers there.
Oh, he's
okay.
a good person.
How'd you meet him?
Well, okay, we met on an app, and he was funny, and we got along. Like he plays a bunch of team sports, like he does a bunch of like those kind of leagues, and I do too, and it's fun. So we kind of talked about that stuff, and
Okay.
we think we may have played each other before.
That's
So
awesome.
it's kind of funny.
Okay.
So how did he strike up the idea to go on a date at the retirement home?
Well, that wasn't it. He was like, "Let's meet up," and he just said a street corner.
Uh-huh.
What?
Oh, that's scary. You meet a dude on an app, and he's like, just meet me at the corner of whatever and whatever.
I mean, pretty much, but I didn't read it like that,
Oh,
okay. Like that's when he texted it, so it didn't sound creepy at the time.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, he wanted to surprise me, and I was up for it, so.
Yeah, because surprises can be fun.
Yeah.
They can also be scary.
Yeah.
Either one.
Remember
But this
that.
turned out to be a fun surprise, huh?
Yeah. So we first met up, and we walked for a bit, and then he just said, "I'm going to bring you somewhere." So I was like, okay, and I thought, well, we're going to a restaurant or something. And instead, that's when he took me to a retirement home. And I was like, oh,
What?
okay. Yeah, he said he volunteers there sometimes, and then I was like skeptical, like that this was going to be fun at all. Like I just thought it was going to be lame.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
Yeah.
and he was going to try to teach me something or whatever, and like a life lesson.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
change
But did he
diapers.
know all the was he friends with all the old people in there?
Yes, yeah, it turned
Oh.
out to be sort of cool. Like,
Okay, so he's there all
I
the
would-
time.
I would fall instantly in love with him.
Really?
Oh my god, old people are so cute, and like
They're cute, but the smell.
someone
Yeah.
who volunteers and
They're cute when they're
befriends them-
contained.
Oh, you guys!
When they're contained, when they're not like out walking in your way or screwing up
No.
airport lines,
I feel
things
like
like that. Yeah, if
feel
you
like
keep
little-
them in a confined space, old people can be very,
You guys are awful.
very nice. So, did you enjoy the retirement home?
yeah, I mean, my grandfather passed away pretty recently, and it kind of reminded me of him, and that was cute, and I don't know. And he was sweet. Like, Corey was sweet. He was nice to them. They really got him, and we ate dinner with them. Like, it was a wholesome time. Like, we played card games. It was all, like, but we had one kind of awkward moment, and it was, like, this woman who lives there. She was like, "Are you a boyfriend and girlfriend?" And we sort of said, "No, this is kind of our first date." And she was like, "Well, you should kiss." So
Yeah,
What?
Granny.
Whoa.
Yeah, she wanted some action.
They're
Yeah.
feisty
No,
over
they
there.
are fighting. You've heard about the STD reports
Yeah,
at these
they
senior
have
citizens' home. They're
lot
there for
there.
a reason.
Apparently, you got to watch her in
Yeah.
that retirement home. So, did you guys make out in front of him?
no, I mean, it was just sort of this awkward peck on the cheek,
Oh, cute.
And then the lady, she clapped.
Oh, that is kind of
That's really sweet. Why was that awkward, though?
It was just like, like, "Are you boyfriend and girl?" It was just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I don't
can
know.
see that part.
And you've never
Yeah.
kissed, and it's like, kiss each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then being forced to kiss with old peering eyes
Yeah.
looking at you.
So was that the most uncomfortable moment of the evening?
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. And then when we were leaving, he walked me back to my car, and he kissed me for real.
Aw.
Cool.
Oh.
And that old lady popped up from the car seat in the back and was like, yeah, good job.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I was hoping you'd really get after it.
Yeah.
Take off his shirt.
No.
No, she says no. How was the kiss?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it wasn't like a big thing, but it was just really nice. It was like first date kiss.
Okay.
Got it.
But now it's been a week, and he's like, we're texting here and there, but he's not asking me out again.
Okay, and if you tried to like hint, or have you asked him out?
No, but it just feels kind of, like, I've been here before, like, you know, when you're on these apps, like, you go out like it's your job, right? So
Yeah.
it's like, and I can tell that he's not really in any hurry to go out again. Like, something's off, and I don't know what that is, so that's why I wanted you guys to help me find out, like, what's up.
And you were kind and excited about all the old people, right? Because maybe this is like some sort of test that he does with women to see.
Well, it could be, but at the same time, like, it was just so nice. Like, we just kind of hung out and played cards and, like, talked about stuff, and it was just really...
It was easy.
Yeah. There wasn't any, like, in the back of my mind now I'm thinking, was that a test? I don't know, but I don't think so. It just didn't, it seemed like it was just like, this is something that's important to him.
But
Okay.
you were
Okay.
good with the old folks. You didn't try to like fight one of them.
No.
All right. Well, we'll play a song and then come back and call him and get your second date update. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us, Kara is on the phone, and Kara told us all about her first date with a dude named Corey. They spent it in heaven's waiting room.
Oh my gosh! Don't say it like
Well,
that.
I mean, that's a nice thing.
Otherwise,
Take a number.
known as a rest home.
Yeah.
Because Corey, I guess, the dude that she went out with, volunteers at that rest home, and he wanted to take her on a date there so they could spend time with some of the people that live there, and they just hung out, had dinner, played cards, and she said it was actually a lot of fun. And Kara, I don't want you to blow this. I want you to get a second date. I really do.
Okay.
Why are you so invested?
Well, because, Kara, you have an opportunity here that I don't think you realize, all right? Retirement homes are really a great opportunity if you can get in. Because you can steal a lot of stuff from those people. Yeah, they, like jewelry and stuff, they don't even know what they have. Like, you can really, and once you're on the inside, it's hard to get in there. Now that you're on the inside, this could be a great opportunity, not only for love, but also to acquire some awesome jewelry.
You are sick.
Okay.
What are they gonna do? Chase after you?
Oh my
Nope.
God.
Nope.
No,
You
they're
guys
not.
are awful. I mean, I thought at least you were going to say you're going to try to get in on somebody's will, not just up and steal from them when they're still alive.
I got a buddy who works on one. He sells bedpans wholesale. Makes a ton of
Yeah.
cash. So it's a great financial opportunity for you as well, Kara.
Good tip. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any last words before we call Corey and see why he isn't calling you back for a second date?
This one felt like a little different. Like, it was like we had chemistry. It felt like it was going in the way that we'd, like, go out again at least. But it's just been fading, and I don't know why. And
Okay. So you like this guy, and you definitely felt potential.
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to dial his phone number right now and see if we can get him on the phone. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Corey, please?
Speaking. Who's this?
Corey, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show. How you doing today, sir?
What? Why that?
I don't know why I said it like that.
Yeah. Sorry, Corey.
I'm okay. Why are you guys calling me?
Well, because we got an email about you from one of our listeners, and they just said we had to call Corey and talk to him. I don't know why I said it like that either.
True. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I think you guys might have like the wrong person.
Well, I have a phone number here with this number that I just called, and it says their name is Corey, and it says that they volunteer at a retirement home from time to time.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, so you're old folks Corey.
That's what they call him.
I guess.
I don't think Corey's finding
I
any
don't
of
think
this
so.
very amusing.
Sorry, he's probably confused.
Corey,
Yeah.
we're calling because we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. So we got an email from Kara, who you went on a date with to that retirement home.
Right.
Right. And Kara wants to know why you haven't asked her out on a second date yet.
She says that like she can sense that you're like falling off.
Well, to be honest, I think like if I was to go out with her, it would be more casual than a relationship. I don't know if she's like exactly the right girl for me.
She's got a friend
So wait,
vibe,
is
or-
it like you're not looking for a relationship or it's her?
Well, I am because I am single, but at the same time, like, gosh, how do I say this? Just the ladies at the old folks home, I volunteer there a lot, and they're like a big part of my life. They just don't think that she was right for me.
Oh, wow.
Wait, what?
So they're hating.
They're blocking her?
They just noticed a few things, and they just didn't think that it was in my best interest or that it would work out. Like, over the years, I've been volunteering there a lot, and it's kind of like having numerous grandparents like looking out for you and
Wait,
giving you
hold up.
advice. And
What specifics did they give the old ladies on why she isn't right for you?
some of the stuff they said was like her outfit. It might have been a little inappropriate.
All right,
thought.
Judgy Betty's.
Her outfit?
Was it?
And did you tell them that she didn't know she was going to a retirement home? She probably would have dressed differently if she knew that that was what was on the agenda.
I did, but
What was she wearing? Like a
Yeah,
miniskirt?
seriously.
she was wearing a skirt and like had her midriff showing a little bit, you know?
Okay, so she's just kind of sexy?
Yeah.
Yeah, she dressed like for a first date, you guys. Like,
They kind of didn't like that her skirt was so low and that her belly button was showing. I can kind of see that, you know?
yeah, because not
Okay.
everybody has a belly button in the world.
You mean
but
they don't dress
whatever.
like that in the retirement home? That's
Yeah.
how I pictured it.
I mean, everybody has a belly button, but you don't go around flashing it, you know?
Okay. Besides that, did they name other things?
Well, now, these are their words, not mine, but remember their words. They said the makeup was too hookery.
What?
Hookery.
Who are these judgy old women? Okay.
Sounds just like old women to me. Doesn't
Yeah.
I'd take the judgy off it. That sounds like how they would talk, I think.
Guys, not.
She's
no.
hookery.
Why did you not defend her or stand up for her?
I'm just saying these old ladies, they give me good advice, you know, and I can't have them disgusted by my significant other or like the girl that I'm in a
Disgusted?
relationship with.
Now we've moved on
So-
to disgusted?
You said earlier it's like you have a bunch of grandparents, so if you date her seriously, you feel like you'd be letting down your grandmas, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I just feel like you really need to school them in how a woman's dress does not indicate whether or not she sleeps around.
I mean, like you've been around old people, it's hard to change their minds. And also, who am I to argue with them? Like they have so much experience, you know? Like
Yeah. Who knows how many hookers they've been with? Probably a lot, you know? You have no idea. They might be very schooled in that. Well, guess what, Corey? You know who might find this information interesting? Kara, and she's actually on the other line listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. Are you still there, Kara?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you pissed, Kara? I'm pissed for you.
Well, first of all, this was a surprise. You said the date was a surprise. So I'm thinking we're going to a bar. And, like, it's like, you know my pictures. You know what I look like. You didn't think that maybe it would be a good idea to let me know, like, I don't know, like, dress like you would if we were going to church. Of course, that would have been an interesting, like, text back and forth.
Yeah, that would have been you probably wouldn't have gone on that date.
Okay, I think you need to calm down a little bit, all right? Just calm down.
Calm
Yeah.
down. Hookers don't calm down.
Those weren't even my words. Those were their words. I'm just explaining what had happened.
Also, like, my outfit wasn't a big, like, it was a skirt and, like, midriff, like, kind of shows, but not really. Like, it wasn't even, I mean, you've seen my pictures. Like, there's crazier looks than what I had on that day. So,
Yeah, she could be way more hookery if she wanted.
well, yeah, pretty much.
I'm just saying you did dress a little provocatively, and they kind of picked up on that, and I have to kind of go with that because they're conservative, a little bit like me, you know? So,
Conservative like you. Okay. So they think you're, like, pure as the driven snow, right? Is that the thing? Like, what if I told them that we had phone sex? And what if I told them all the filthy things you said on the phone?
Oh,
Busted!
whoa. Hey, Corey.
Would they think that you're conservative now?
Oh, Corey.
Yeah, what would the
aren't
gals down
you?
at the retirement home do with that knowledge?
Somebody's a little two-faced.
well, that was something that was private within us. That wasn't out in the public. We're not going out like that.
Okay. So it's cool for you. Can I say this stuff on the radio? I probably shouldn't. You know, I'm not going to.
Go for it. We can
Like,
beep out
yeah.
whatever you
Well,
say.
I'm going to say I would appreciate if you didn't tell everybody what I said because that was private and that was between you and me. I thought we had like a moment, you know, not to be
A
shared with the
secret,
whole
dirty
world.
moment. Yeah. No, I'm going to. Because if I'm hookery, then obviously I bring that out in you because you couldn't keep from talking about the size of your and what you were going to do with it. So,
Again, that was private between you and I, like a moment.
Yeah, but now I want to know, what are you going to do with it?
How big is it, bro?
Yeah.
They want to compare notes.
Look, I'm just saying, the ladies, maybe they do have a point, because look at this. This is the type of behavior that they're talking about, you know?
Oh, okay.
Again, she's the hookery one here.
This is so ridiculous. Like, do you know what year it is? Do you have
You're
any
talking
idea?
about private things, like out on the radio in front of millions of people.
You called me a hooker on the radio, so
I didn't call you that, and I did not ever say that, because that's not what I feel.
His old gal pals did.
right.
Hey, Kara?
I was being completely honest about
part of his mahjong group.
Yeah, I'm going to ask the question anyway. Corey, would you go on a second date with Kara? We'll pay for it.
You know what? I don't think that would be the best idea.
Yeah. I think all of this is not working out like how anybody planned.
That's fine. You're a nice guy. Like, I wish you could time travel to go find someone for you. So,
Sweetheart, you're on the phone on the radio trying to get a hold of me, so maybe you should time travel and go back.
To where?
To what? To what?
So before you made this phone call and embarrassed yourself in front of the world. No, I don't want to go out with you.
That's a short time.
You can try to get defensive. You can try to be angry, but sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not responding to your calls, and maybe you should stop trying to get a hold of me through the media.
The only thing that I really find offensive is that you called us the media.
Yeah,
That's weird to me.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
It's awkward.
It's Tuesday.
It's Brooke and Jubal's Awkward Tuesday phone call.
Did you ever have a secret that you kept from one of your friends and you just have to come clean about it? So you call them up and you're like, hey, bestie, how's it going? Just want to let you know I've hated you ever since the moment I met you. I hate you so much. You want to get brunch? Talk about it? Well, that's sort of the issue that Ashley has today.
Really?
She wants to do an Awkward Tuesday phone call because she needs to come clean about something to one of her friends. Ashley, what's up? How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Is it to call your friend and tell them that you actually hate them? Or is it something different?
No, definitely not that.
Oh, good.
I was like, what the heck?
It can't be worse than that, right?
I'll let you decide.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds interesting. How long have you had this friend?
Oh, we've been friends for years, like 15 years. He's one of my best friends.
Okay.
Okay.
So what do you want to do with your Awkward Tuesday phone call today?
I'm going to give you the backstory here.
Okay.
So Ben is his name, and he recently had to get the entire backseat of his car ripped out and replaced.
Okay.
Because of a really bad, stain and smell.
Whoa.
So that cost him a lot of money, and I've been able to hear him complain about that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And, he has no idea where it came from. It just, the smell was overwhelming one day, and that's what they said he had to do. He had to rip it out.
So he had a mysterious smell in his back seat?
And stain.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
That is really weird.
It is weird, and he has no idea where it came from. But I do know. I do know where it came from.
Okay.
So, okay, a couple weeks ago, we all went on a road trip, Ben and me and a bunch of our friends.
Okay.
And long story short, I accidentally peed my pants.
So the stain and the smell in the backseat is from you peeing?
It's from me. Yeah.
Wait, well, hold up. A lot of questions here.
Yeah.
Why, I guess, first?
Well, first and foremost, Ben was driving. It's his car, obviously. And he's like, whenever we go on trips like this, he has this rule that's like, we cannot stop to go to the bathroom at all.
Oh, okay. So he's one of those people that's like, no bathroom breaks.
Yeah,
you have to drive straight through.
Crazy strict. Wow. No bathroom breaks. And his rule is that if you have to go, you pee in a bottle or you hold it.
Okay, that
So I think he
doesn't
deserves to have his Pete seat on.
Yeah,
his
kind of. He's
Pete,
asking
his
for
seat
it.
peed on.
How does
That's
a
hard
woman
to say.
pee in a bottle? You can't pee in a bottle as a woman very easily.
Yeah,
that is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Most of the people that were on this trip were guys, so it's basically impossible unless you're very skilled. So everyone had been asking to go to the bathroom, and he just kept saying no.
What?
I don't know. It's like his rule. He's very strict about it.
Keep trucking.
All right.
So I knew that I mean, I wasn't going to be the exception there.
Did you try to hold it, or you just go, I got to pee a little bit, I'm just going to go?
Oh, no. I so tried to hold it. Of course I did. But then everyone was like making me laugh, and I don't know. It happened.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
So wait, and you didn't tell him? You just sat there with pee-soaked pants?
I was so embarrassed. I never thought I would go through this as a freaking adult. But the windows were down, so you couldn't really smell it, or I don't know. I just couldn't admit to it, I guess. But now I feel awful because of all this money that he spent, and I'm really terrified to tell him, though, because he has, like, a pretty bad temper.
Well, he sounds like a really fun best friend. Like, won't stop to let you go to the bathroom and then is going to yell at you when you pee your pants.
No, I know. I'm not trying to make him sound bad.
I mean, it's probably been a long time, too. I'm assuming if you guys are that close, you've had a lot of opportunities to be like, hey, man, I peed in the back of your car. Sorry.
Yeah, I should have told him, like, a few times now.
So now you're in more trouble.
How did you hide it from everybody else, though?
Like I said, the windows were down, so you couldn't smell it. Mm-hmm. And then as soon as we got there, obviously went to the bathroom and changed and, like, just pretended it didn't happen.
Oh, man.
Nobody cleaned it. Like, I didn't clean it up.
I mean, it's been soaking in there for weeks if you didn't know.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at, and I know I need to tell him.
All right, well, we'll play a song and then come back and you can tell your friend that you peed in the backseat of his car.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah. We'll do your Awkward Tuesday phone call right after this. Hang on.
It's awkward.
It's Tuesday.
It's Brooke and Jubal's Awkward Tuesday phone call.
I'm excited about today's Awkward Tuesday phone call just because I finally get to speak to somebody who has as weak of a bladder as I do. So I have a tiny, weak little bladder, just like Ashley, who's on the phone for an Awkward Tuesday phone call today. She wants to call her friend Ben and come clean that she peed in his backseat on a road trip because they went on a long road trip together. I guess Ben has a no bathroom policy when they go on these long trips. She ended up peeing herself in the seat. Nobody knew. And I guess a few weeks went by, and then all of a sudden it started smelling. Fast forward to him having to have it removed from his car and get a whole new seat. Cost him a bunch of money. He's been very upset about it. Mm-hmm. And so now she's about to call him and tell him that she's the one who did it. Ashley, are you ready to call Ben and tell him?
Yeah, I'm really nervous, but I'm ready.
Oh my God. This is so hard because you said you have anger issues, so you probably are going to like want to apologize a lot, but you don't want to take too much like fault for it because then he will expect you to pay for the seat replacement.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to try to stand my ground.
Okay. Yeah, try to. I mean, he wouldn't have peed in his seat if he didn't have the rule that he wouldn't stop for bathroom breaks.
Which is an unreasonable rule on a road trip, by the way.
Yeah, it's intense.
All right. I'm going to dial his phone number right now, and good luck, okay?
Thanks.
Yep, here we go.
Hello?
Hey. How's
Ashley?
it going? Yeah.
Hey, your number came up weird. What's up?
Oh, not much. What are you up to?
I'm just on break from work. What's going on?
Not much. What's the status with your car? How's it doing?
Oh, well, I got it back. I'm going to be paying it off for 6 months at least, but at least it doesn't smell anymore.
Yeah. What did they say about it?
Well, they said it was definitely a pee smell. They could tell that. And they didn't really say much more than that other than, $1,200, please.
So they could tell it was pee? They said that?
Yeah, that's what they said. I mean, it probably wasn't their first one, put it that way, so I'm guessing they knew what they were talking about.
Yeah.
They asked if I had kids, because, that's where most of the pee stains come from, I guess. But I'm like, nope, just drunk friends.
You think, like, one of us did it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it had to have been Evan on that road trip. He was so wasted.
Oh. Did you say something to him, or?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got all up in his grill about it. Of course, he denied it, but everybody knows it was him.
What did he say?
He was like, man, bro, it wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about. The same he always says, he won't cop to anything. I'm just like, whatever, dude. But even if I couldn't get him to pay for it, I feel okay about how it turned out in the end.
What do you mean?
Well, all right. Can't tell him. I mean, he's going to figure it out eventually, but I went to his place last night and took a dump on his windshield.
What?
Yeah.
That's disgusting. Why did you do that?
Oh, it was definitely disgusting, and that's exactly why I did it. I mean, he's going to be a total and not cop to what he did. He's going to pay for it one way or the other.
Oh, my God. You shouldn't have done that.
Well, he's getting off light.
So
If he can
gross.
just wash that off, he's not going to have anything replaced in his car.
Ben. Okay.
Pretty
look.
brilliant, if you ask me.
No, it's disgusting. Look, it wasn't Evan.
Of course it was Evan. Who else would it have been?
It was me. I'm the one that peed in your back seat.
What? It was
It was
you?
me.
What?
Kinds of different awkwards going on right now. I'm not sure which thing to feel most awkward about.
My gosh.
What is that? Hello?
Hey, Ben, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Oh.
Who? What? Ashley, what the hell is going on?
They're just helping me tell you this.
They who? What is going on?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show, Ben.
This is on the radio?
Wow, Ben.
Yeah, and Ashley listens to our show. We do a segment called the Awkward Tuesday Phone Calls, where if you have an awkward situation to bring up with somebody, you can email us. We'll give you some advice as long as you call them on the show to confront them about it. And Ashley wanted to call you today in an Awkward Tuesday phone call and tell you that she peed in your seat. Apparently, you've already taken matters into your own hands, though.
Oh, my God. Ashley, what the
I'm sorry. I couldn't tell you. I was nervous. Listen, we all had to pee at some point, and I really had to go, and you guys were just being so funny, and with your freaking nonstop policy, I couldn't hold it in. I tried. It was an accident.
Couldn't hold it in. This is like the 8th road trip like this we've done. You know the deal.
Wait, Ben, are you serious?
Yeah, everybody knows that's the deal, and that's why we all take a bathroom break right before it starts. That's always been the case.
Well, I'm sorry. I must have drank too much. I don't know. I wasn't even drunk. It wasn't that. It was an accident.
So it wasn't drunk Evan. It was my usually responsible friend Ashley who pissed in my back seat, and now I've just paid $1,200 for it and on the wrong guy's windshield.
Yeah, I was gonna say that last part is the main part.
Yeah. Well, I didn't tell you to do that. That's on you. Sorry.
Can't you see that, like, she called us because you're not an easy person to approach, obviously. You're not being very reasonable with this.
How reasonable would you be if somebody pissed in your back seat and you had to pay $1,200 to replace it?
I would let people stop if they had to go to the bathroom and they were in my car.
Oh, and it probably takes you twice as long to get anywhere as you need to. That's not who I am. That's not how I work. So, Ashley, why are you just telling me this now?
Because I was nervous to tell you. You're not exactly an easy person to have a confrontation with.
Nervous? I'd be nervous, too, if I was you. This is like some pretty serious here. So you're going to be coughing up the $1,200 to pay for this, right?
I don't think so. This is all because of your stupid rule.
Wait a minute. Your inability to hold it in is because of my stupid rule.
My inability to hold it in? What the? Ben, I'm not some, like, superhuman.
And you know the rules of the car. And you know you're expected to abide by them when you're in the car. So, yeah, I think you should pay for it.
Hey, wait.
Why is nobody talking about Evan and his windshield being pooped on? Like, you know, that guy's walking out to his car this
I
morning.
haven't forgotten, believe me.
But come on, though. Like, she did technically abide by the rules. She didn't make you stop to go to the bathroom.
Do I really need to spell out that not peeing in the car is part of the rules? I thought we were adults here.
So then what am I supposed to do in that situation? I tried so hard for hours. I was crossing my legs. I didn't drink anything else. I was thinking of dry places like deserts. I wasn't thinking of water. I was trying to think of places with no moisture.
Whatever.
You can't really be mad about this. I mean, you're going to end up losing 2 friends. It's not worth it. Like, you're going to lose her and Evan because of the poop windshield.
I told you.
You're coming with me to explain this to Evan, believe me.
Oh, God. That has nothing to do with me. Your choice to do
I
that.
think it does. So whatever. Like, I had to pay $1,200 to get my seat replaced because you peed on it. And so now you're saying you're not going to give me anything for that. You're not going to help out with it at all. That's the kind of friend you are?
I will consider paying for it or a part of it if you consider changing your road trip rules for the next time we go on a road trip.
It's not a bad proposition.
That's
I mean,
not
Ben,
bad.
do you want people peeing in your seat again? Probably more specifically, do you want to have to take a dump on somebody's windshield again? That couldn't have been a very fun experience.
A vengeance dump?
No, but I also don't want to be stopping, 60 times on a 3-hour drive.
Ben, I'm going to tell you, you don't sound like you're very much fun, man.
Not a compromising guy.
I'm not saying like multiple stops the whole time. I'm saying what if we like scheduled like one stop in the middle of the trip just so everyone can do their thing.
That's not bad.
And this does not happen again. Why is
Okay, tell you what.
You can even time it. You can time the trip.
Okay, tell you what, Ashley. Pay for half of it, and I will do that. We can schedule a stop in the next trip.
Oh my God.
Okay.
That's like a $600 pee
Yeah.
stop that you're paying for.
What do you think, Ashley?
I mean, I do feel bad, so I guess so.
All right, so you'll pay for half of it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice solution.
There you go.
That's really kind.
Mm-hmm.
It is kind, isn't it?
But you are still coming with me to talk to Evan.
Oh my God.
I want to
I'm
hear.
not looking at it. I'm not looking at it.
Oh my God, poor Evan.
I want to hear how that conversation ends.
Yeah, me
No, just don't turn the windshield wipers on.
Oh God.
Brooke and
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
It's always tough when you're single and you have a kid, trying to figure out when the proper time is to drop that on a person you're dating.
Yeah.
I don't have a kid, thankfully. I think for the world.
Yes.
But if I did, I would think the best time would be on a first date when they come to your house to pick you up.
No.
Oh, just like show them the kid, introduce
No,
them.
you're just like, hey, coming along, you're buying us both dinner, right? And then you introduce the kid like, hey, this is your new mommy. Right? That's the best time to do it because then they're kind of roped in at that point. They're not going to be a jerk and tell the kid no, they're not. That was kind of the issue that Chuck had on his first date with a girl named Kim. He emailed us and wants us to call Kim today. Hey, Chuck, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Not much. Chuck, thanks for the email.
Thank you.
So, Chuck, are you the father or was the date the mother? Who has the kid?
I am the father.
You are the father.
I am the father.
That's Maury.
And apparently, according to your email, when you told this girl that you had a kid, she didn't react very well to it. And you think that's the reason she's not calling you back today?
I think so, yeah. It's got to be.
All right. First of all, tell us a little bit about Kim.
Oh, she was awesome. We met online. She had a great profile. It's a great sense of humor. She was just like, she was awesome.
So you don't put online that you have a kid or anything else?
I did not put that on my profile, no.
Okay.
Why?
I guess because a lot of the dates that I go on, they're usually just one date, first date, and that's it, because it usually doesn't click. But with Kim, it was different. Just right off the bat, it was just sort of like we really clicked and thought that it was important to tell her.
When and how did you break the kid news to her, Chuck?
As we were walking downtown, I felt the moment. It was kind of a heavy moment, and I was just like, I really like you, Kim, and I'd like to go on another date, but I have to tell you, right off the bat that I do have a 6-year-old boy, and so it was more like I wanted her to know about me, just a little bit more.
Right. You said it like that, though, like, hey, I like you and I want to go out again, so I'm going to tell you I have a kid. That's kind of an awkward way to say it, I
I
think.
think it's kind of sweet. Like he's complimenting her, he's showing interest, he's showing vulnerability. I don't think it's bad at all.
I just think any first date where you're like, I like you a lot, is going to scare people away.
I think it's sweet.
I mean, it would have been really great if she would have had a positive reaction to it, but it was like it kind of hit her, and then her eyes just went to the ground, and she didn't say anything for a couple minutes. So
you said, hey, I have a kid, actually, and she went, ew.
Cooties. Oh, come on.
Sort of a nonverbal ew, though. That's what you felt?
kind of, yeah. I mean, I didn't say it in those words, but yeah.
Has this happened to you before?
Yeah.
I will say, Chuck, that having online dated, sometimes it's just the fact that girls feel like you hid something from them or you deceived them, like on your profile. It's not necessarily the information.
Did you ask her what she thought about kids?
Not really. We didn't really get into it.
Pretty kind of obvious what she thinks about kids. If you bring up the fact that you have a kid and she just stops talking to you on your date, I think
it's a lot of information to process.
Kind of telling right there. So if you think you know why she's not calling you back, you're pretty sure it's the fact that you have a kid. What do you hope to get out of a second date update?
I guess it's more like just to see what she thought about it, because she never really expressed what she thought. She never really told me what she thought about it. It was just kind of like she was busy, you know. She had to check her schedule.
How long ago was this date?
It was last week.
Last week. So it's been a week since you heard from her. How many times have you tried to call her?
Just a couple.
That usually means more.
Yeah, right. And did she say that she wants to go out again?
She said, we'll see.
Oh, God, that's what I say
We'll
when
see?
I say no.
That's what parents say to their kids when they're not going to get something.
So you said, hey, I'd like to go out again. She said, we'll see about that.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Because I was like, you know, was something wrong? She kind of deflected. She's like, no, nothing's wrong. And she just kind of said, I got to check my schedule, you know. And then that was it.
Did you give her like a kiss or a hug or anything at the end of the date? Was there any affection at all?
No. She got into her car and she drove away.
Oh, man, it gets worse.
Yeah, it sounds like you just got shut down. All right, man, we're going to play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, cool. Thanks, guys.
All right, man, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Today's second date update seems pretty clear-cut as to why Chuck, who's on the phone with us right now, is not getting a call back from Kim. Chuck went out with a girl named Kim he met online. He told her during the date that he has a 6-year-old son. After he told her that, she got very cold and awkward and ended the date by saying, oh, we'll see. We'll go out again. I'm kind of busy. So anyway, have a good one. Not even a high five, just hopped in the car and took off. So Chuck is pretty sure that's the reason that she's not calling him back. Before we call her and see if we can get her on the phone, Chuck, I didn't really get a clear answer from you, like what you hope to do here. Do you hope to change her mind if she doesn't like kids?
I mean, yeah, you know, I'm hoping that she can really appreciate the fact that I did like her and I had a really great time on the date. And I'm kind of hoping that if it was the kid, which I'm not 100% sure of,
the kid,
I'm hoping that maybe she can work through that with me if she's willing to work through it.
All right.
That's a lot to get a person to change on a phone call, like trying to get them to switch religion or...
Right. And do you have the child full time?
Yeah.
Okay. This is not going to
It would be a lot easier to sell if you didn't have it all the time.
Yeah.
Come on, you guys.
Father even referred to it as an it
What's
at
your-
some point, which is horrible.
What's your kid's name, Chuck?
Henry.
Henry.
That's a nice
Good old
name.
Hank. Little Hank. A little Hank the relationship ruiner. All right.
Poor Henry. Don't ever listen to this, Henry.
All right. We're going to give her a call right now, see if we can get her on the phone. And hopefully get you a second date.
Really?
I just hope that she really appreciates that I went through all this trouble, you know? I mean, I wrote a long email to you guys. We're doing this on the radio. I hope that she understands, like, I really do like her.
All right. Well, we'll give her a call here and see if that works.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, is Kim there?
Yeah, this is Kim.
Hey, Kim, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Okay.
Good. I'm just calling you because I want to talk to you about something if you have a moment.
I'm sorry. I have no idea who you are.
I know. I can tell. Host a radio show. We do a segment on that show called Second Date Update. You recently went out with one of our listeners. He liked you so much that he sent a very long email into the show about your date and how much he wants to see you again.
Okay.
You apparently ended your date with him, not even saying that you wanted to go out again, just by going, we'll see. Maybe we can hang out.
It's always positive.
Know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think so.
His name is Chuck.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Chuck for a minute?
I'd really rather not, to be honest with you.
Really?
I mean, that's kind of my personal business.
Right. You don't have to air anything else about yourself. Like, we just want to know if Chuck did something wrong on your date. He feels like the fact that he has a kid turns you off. Is that what did it?
Well, yeah. To be honest with you, yes.
Okay.
Is it because he lied on his profile, or is it because you don't like children, or don't want your own children, I guess I should say?
It's that he has a kid. That's the bottom line.
So you just don't like kids? Which, hey, by the way, I support.
No, I like kids. Kids are great. I have a kid.
Oh, wait,
Oh,
what?
you have a kid.
Yes.
What?
Wait, does he know that you have a kid?
Did you tell him?
No, he's not. No.
You didn't tell him that you have a kid, too.
And you withheld that information from your online dating profile, I'm guessing?
Yeah, which is one of the reasons why I don't fault him for that.
So you don't want to see him again because he has a kid? Because you have a kid?
Yeah, I'm not interested in beginning a relationship with anybody who has kids. I don't want any more children. I mean, I don't know if you guys have kids, but it's incredibly difficult. And I have my hands full, and that's my prerogative.
Wow. I didn't see that coming at all, Kim. I just thought you were going to be completely against kids.
Yeah, I mean, I like kids. I don't want to have to raise anybody else's kids or be intimately involved in anyone else's children's lives.
You don't want like an instant family of 4.
Yeah, no, none of that like Brady Bunch situation. I don't want that.
But Kim, don't you think like dating someone who also has a child, maybe you could relate more to them? They would be more understanding of your trials and tribulations through life.
Well, yeah, I mean, absolutely, which is why, like, I would be happy to be his friend, but it's my perspective that I don't want a romantic relationship with somebody like that.
What about, and we'll get you off the phone here in a minute. I appreciate you spending some time with us and talking to us about this. Why, though, wouldn't you just say to him then, like, hey, I have a kid, too. That's cool. And then you can blow him off however you want, but why not say anything about the fact that you have a kid?
The date went well. I mean, I really did like him. I got the feeling he liked me, and I was pretty sure that if I told him I had a kid, that would open the door to more negotiation about a second date. And, like, it's a hard line with me. As much as I liked him, I'm not interested.
So absolutely no chance of him going out with you again.
Wow.
No.
Not unless he gets rid of the kid.
Oh, come on.
Maybe then, a possibility. Kim?
For adoption. That's terrible.
Kim, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Okay.
I do also have to let you know that Chuck is actually on the phone and heard everything that you just said.
Really?
Yes.
I have to say, I am speechless right now.
We all are.
Like, so what are you just looking for? Single, no kid guys?
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I have enough to handle on my own, and that's just something I've decided for me and my son. That's what I'm looking for, and when you have a kid, they come first, and to me, that is a priority for the two of us. So
I had to do something else, Kim. I had to have something in my teeth or something.
I don't really. I hope you can understand where I'm coming from.
Kim, is there any way we can get you to waver on it just a little bit and give Chuck a second date? Yeah. Just make an exception to your rule one time.
No.
Have you ever dated a guy with a kid and it just didn't work out?
No, but I mean, I am one of those people where I like my own kid, but I don't really like to be around anyone else's
Hey,
kids.
Kim, if we take Kim and Chuck, if we take the kids out of this whole thing, did you like Chuck other than that?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so you had a great time. You liked him a lot. The only reason is that he has a kid and you have a kid and you don't want to get into a relationship with someone with a kid.
Right.
It's just so weird. I feel like this could happen. I don't know why. It is so weird to me.
No, I mean, I feel like I'm like explaining myself over and over here, but
Yeah, okay.
you know, I said that was the only thing about that first date that was wrong, and it's the big thing, and I don't bend on it.
You know, I try to stay as open as I can, you know, in case something comes along that's really great. And I thought that you were really great, and I think that we
That's
could try
great for
it one
you.
more time.
That's just not how I do it.
Okay, Kim, not to beat a dead horse, but let's do it anyway. Would you like to go out on a second date with Chuck? We will pay for
I
it.
would not.
Damn it. Please, Kim.
You thought that was going to be the one,
Yeah,
right?
I thought maybe after asking you like 6 times in a row if there was any way we could get you, you might cave then if I said I would pay for the date. But no, you won't go out with Chuck.
No.
I'll tell you what, we'll be friends, and we'll go on play dates.
There you go.
I'll keep on asking you out until you go out.
You guys can...
Keep on asking you out.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Okay, Chuck.
It's going to be awkward when you guys are friends now, and every 5 seconds he's asking you to go out. But
He's like, let me pay.
I guess I'll let you guys talk it out.
Okay.
Kim, now that you know Chuck really wants to talk to you, maybe at least you guys can talk on the phone and see if you want to hang out as friends and take your kids to the kid park or whatever you guys do.
Park, it's not a dog.
You just let them off and run around while you guys talk, right? That's how it works?
It's called the playground, Jubal.
Oh. All right, one of those things, you know. You guys can figure it all out, all right?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You can learn a lot about life through baseball.
Yeah.
You know, when life throws you curveballs, you knock them out of the park.
I like
Sometimes you step up to the plate, you swing, and you miss, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you're the pitcher, and sometimes you're the catcher. Either way, you're gonna have a good time. Those are some famous sayings from baseball, and I bring them up because the guy on the phone for a second date update today, his name is Matthew, and he met the girl that he wants to call at a co-ed softball game. What's up, Matthew? How are you?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. How about you guys?
Pretty good. Were you the pitcher or the catcher that day?
I mainly bat and, play third base, but...
Thank God
So-
for answering it like
God,
that.
you're a sick man.
Your email said that you met the girl that you want to call. Her name is Trisha.
Yeah, she's real sweet.
Okay, and it says here you met her at a co-ed softball game. How'd that work?
Yeah, she was on the opposite team.
Oh, the enemy.
Yeah, so that's, a little extra charm as well.
Let me guess. She was pitching to you. She struck you out, and then you threatened to fight her.
No way, dude.
That's usually how friendly softball games go,
Yeah.
Jubal. You're right.
Right.
Yeah. There's a lot
that
of
how-
physical violence.
Is that how it went down?
It was more like when we all went to the bar.
Oh.
Then you threatened to fight her.
There was no fighting. No
Thank you.
fighting. Just softball.
Okay,
Just softball.
strange.
No fighting during the game or afterwards.
It's different than any co-ed sports league that I've been involved in. There's always a fight at some point, but
Can
okay.
we move on from
Right.
the violence, please?
All right, so you met her at the bar.
Yes.
And had you had your eye on her all game?
Oh, yes, all game for sure.
What about her stuck out to you?
Oh, I mean, her legs just go on for days,
One of those girls with legs all the way up to her butt.
Yeah.
So hot. So hot.
We all have
She
them.
was really good at the game, and on top of it all, she seemed like a genuinely cool chick.
Awesome.
So how did you approach her at the bar?
Well, I mean, I grabbed her a drink and, said congrats for whooping her ass, and, then we just started talking about how long we had been playing, and then one thing led to another, and I ended up getting her number, and we set a date to go hiking.
Sweet. How was the hike?
Oh, it was great. She met me where we were going to start out.
Nice.
What'd you say?
Oh, I just said nice. Sorry.
I heard you. I was just like, what?
It's very nice. She met you there.
I'm excited for you.
She met you where you were going to start. That's better than meeting you at the end of the trail, I guess.
I approve.
And she was just as awesome as the first time you met her.
Absolutely. She did great on the hike, and we were able to talk. We weren't winded or anything. And, I mean, at the end, when we said goodbye, I didn't know if, a kiss was feeling out. And I mean, she was real sweaty. I was real sweaty.
Yeah.
I didn't know, we kind of just had a quick hug, but, it was still, you felt that connection there. And we made plans for about a week later to go out again.
Oh, so you guys had a second date.
No, see, a day before she texted to cancel. She needed to cancel for some reason, but so I don't know. And now it's now I haven't really heard from her, so kind of feel blown off.
Have you tried to reschedule that date that you had planned?
I mean, yeah, I sent one or two texts just saying, hey, sorry, scheduling didn't work. Is next weekend good? And I didn't really get an answer from any of that.
Can I ask, I mean, just looking back at the time you guys spent together between the softball game and the hiking, do you think that she also thought of this as a romantic date?
Well, I mean, I would hope it would be kind of obvious because I asked for her number. I said I would love to get together. To me, that sends a pretty clear signal of hey, I'm interested in you.
Right.
Even if things go slow or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So how long has it been since you've heard from her?
It's been over a week since I talked with her, and she hasn't responded to the two texts I sent.
Oh, man.
Just a sweaty hug at the end of the hike. That's all you got.
Yeah, right?
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Thanks, man.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I gotta say, I'm skeptical of you, Matthew.
Am I suspect?
Yes, you are.
For what?
Well, we do a lot of these second date updates, all right? And everything always sounds normal until we get the person on the phone, and then something weird comes out, okay? Now, you said that you met this girl at a co-ed softball game. You went to the bar after, asked for a number, and you guys went on a hike and had a great time, and nothing weird happened.
That is all true.
Okay. Well, if I call her and I find out that you've been going to all of her games since then, dressed up like...
No, buddy. I will be 100% honest with you. That thought did cross my mind.
Okay.
But I denied it because I didn't want to be a creeper.
All right, good.
I
I picture you in the stands like an NFL quarterback's mom with her name on your shirt, sitting there like, "Go Trisha, that's my girl." So,
oh my God!
You promised me you haven't done that.
I have not done that.
All right.
He still doesn't trust you,
No,
just so
still,
you know.
Still, I'm a little weary of you. I'm gonna dial the phone number right now though, and get her on the phone and find out why she's not calling you back. Okay?
All right.
Hello.
Hi, is Trisha there?
Yes, this is she.
Hey, Trisha, how are you? My name is Jubal, and I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
I'm calling because one of our listeners sent an email about you. His name is Matthew, and he sent us an email saying you guys were supposed to go out on a date, and then you stopped responding to him, and he wants to know why.
He sent an email about that? Why would he do that?
Because he liked you and he would like to go out again, but you just stopped talking to him, so he thought maybe we could help him out and figure out the answer.
Look, I am not comfortable discussing this.
If it's something way too personal, you don't have to tell us, but if it's not, I mean, he wants to know. He liked you a lot.
You got to put yourself in his shoes. You know how frustrating it can be if you feel like you connected with somebody and then they drop off.
I mean, yeah, I get that. And he's a good guy. I totally got that sense from him.
Okay, so if he's a good guy, then why aren't you calling him back?
Look, he was really cool. He's just not marriage material.
Why is he not marriage material? Did you guys get into that conversation on your first date?
No, we didn't, talk about it. But, you could just tell from the date.
Is he immature or something? I mean...
Well, here's where I am. I am not getting any younger, and I absolutely want to get married someday. And he's just not going to be that guy.
That is a really quick judgment to make after meeting someone just one time. Yeah.
Actually, we hung out twice.
Oh.
Okay, so 2 times is enough for you to know that?
Now you know everything about him.
How can you possibly know that he's not marriage material after 2 hangouts?
Because after the second time we hung out, he took me back to his car, and his car was full of stuff, piles and piles.
Wait,
and
are you saying that it was just messy? Like there was garbage and stuff in it?
Well, I didn't know. So I had asked him, I was like, what's the deal with all your stuff? Are you moving or something? And he said no. And he said that he lives out of his van.
He lives in his van?
Yeah, and he does it by choice.
What do you mean? It's not that he's homeless, it's that he wants to be homeless?
Yeah, he chooses this.
Really? What did he say to you to make you think that?
He said, look, it's this really great situation. I choose this. I feel it's better. I'm saving money. And I look in there, and there is a mattress. There's a jug of water, hot plate. It's really weird.
Yeah. Normally, when you see a van with a mattress in it on a first date, that's a good sign.
No, always bad.
So you're saying you didn't want to see him again because he lives in his van?
No, I don't know. I've been going back and forth over this, for the past few days because, he lives in a van.
Yeah.
So you're saying you don't want to move into a van if you guys ever got more serious?
No. Well, no, I don't know. That's the thing.
You don't know if you want to move into a van. You might be willing to move into a van?
No, I definitely don't want to live in a van. That's the problem.
Okay.
But don't you think... Okay, granted, this is a kind of an odd situation, but he has, a regular job, right?
He has a really good job, and he makes, a ton of money. Whoa. He just chooses to save it.
All right, so the guy just likes to live in a van.
He seemed really in love with his living situation. And if that's the case, I don't want to mess with it.
I have so many questions.
You don't want to make
van
the guy
life
give
to
up
me.
his house, you know?
Exactly. His green van.
Yeah.
Well, Trisha, I do need to let you know that Matthew is actually on the other line listening, maybe in his van right now, and he wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah. Matthew, you there?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Hey, Trisha.
Oh, my God.
I am not in my van, just to clarify. I'm in my office. I'm at work right now.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah. I'm just really surprised because, like, when we went out, I mean, you seemed to think it was really kind of cool what I was doing.
Yeah, I said it was cool when I was looking at it because I didn't just want to tell you it was weird right off the bat.
Okay. Oh, now you're just 180 on this. So I'm confused.
Matthew, think about it. I mean, how could a girl see a van and think, I want to stay the night with him? I'm not sure where I'm going to go to the bathroom if I have to go, but...
Just owning a van and living out of it is awesome. I have this freedom that everybody else is dreaming about. I save all this money. It keeps going in the bank when everybody else is spending and going into debt on these houses that they can't afford, and they're never in because they're always at work all day for them. I mean, what's the point of it?
The point is to actually have a place where you could hang out, not something that you could, like, drive from point A to point B, like you're home traveling everywhere.
But that means I can hang out everywhere, Trisha, wherever I want to hang out. Like, the world is my home. And Trish, I'm not living in the Stone Age with this. Like, I've got Wi-Fi, you know, I can run things off this generator. Like, I have electricity. I have the basic things that I need and stay connected with the world. I can work remotely if I want to. Like, come on.
He's got it all figured out, Trisha.
It just sounds weird to me. I never pictured my boyfriend living in a van.
On purpose.
But it may be fun, Trisha. I mean, it's definitely an adventure.
Yeah, that's a word for it.
It is an adventure. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
I don't know, man. I mean, you have a great personality. You're a really cool guy, but the whole living in a van thing is just a giant turn off for me.
Just give it a weekend, Trisha. Like, pretend you're going on a luxurious camping trip. Give it 2 nights, and I will convince you. I promise.
2 nights, that is a big ask, sir.
So you want me to spend 2 nights in your van when we've only been on 1 official date together?
You were the one who was throwing around the marriage word of, you know, needing to find marriage material. So, like, 2 nights is not going to kill you.
He has a point.
I mean, I say 2 nights is a drop in the bucket. Come on.
In that case, Trisha, would you like to go out with Matthew on a second date? We will pay for it. I mean, I guess the date would be 2 nights in his van, but whatever. Would you like to go out with him again?
You know, I'm still kind of on the fence about it. I am going to say no to 2 nights in the van.
Oh.
But I'm up to hanging out with him again.
Okay, so you'll go out on a date with him, but you won't sleep in the van.
Yes, I will go out on a date. I will not spend the 2 nights in a van.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Matthew. That's a successful second date.
I can work with that.
All right. So you guys go out on your date. Matthew, you try to convince her that living in a van is better than living in a house, and I wish you both luck.
Trisha, freedom is in our future. I guarantee.
Oh, my God.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Got a text in at 78592 about the second date update that just says business in the streets, road trip in the sheets. Kind of makes sense. If you missed today's second date update, Trisha, this dude met Trisha at a co-ed softball game, and then they went on a hike, and she wasn't calling him back. So we got Trisha on the phone, and she said that he's not marriage material, and the reason why is because he lives out of his van.
But he likes it.
Yeah, it's by choice. He's not homeless. He has a great job and makes a lot of money. But I guess this dude, his name's Matthew, by the way, lives out of his van by choice.
Yeah, he's like a penny
He
pitcher,
says
I guess.
he does it because he's saving a ton of money and he has a lot of freedom.
Yeah.
And he's not tied down by any houses or anything like that. He can just move his van around wherever.
Which is it's true.
A lot of people do it. Look up #van life.
Really?
It's all over the place,
Yeah.
man.
I'm sure.
And I guess they did go out, though. They agreed to go out. She said she'd go out with him, but turned down his offer for 2 nights of staying in the van. So
Dude,
she doesn't want to stay in the van, but she'll go on another date, mostly because he probably has a lot of extra money to spend or something.
I just want to warn her. I dated a guy who lived in his car, and after we broke up, we got in a fight, and he refused to leave. He just parked in front of my house. And then I had another guy show up the next day to go on a date with him. He's like, "Hey, there's some guy sleeping in the car in front of your house." I'm like, "Yeah, don't mind him.
You're
I
yelling.
don't know. That's weird.
You're like,
I don't know."
home. He's like, I
I am home. Yeah, your
just
home's
saying.
actually in my way right now.
Yeah, they're hard to get rid of when they can just move their house right in front of your house.
Amazing.
So good luck to those two.
Yeah.
If they continue their relationship, maybe he can actually stay in her house once in a while.
Or
Who knows?
upgrade to like an RV or a Winnebago. Or
Yeah.
something. Who knows?
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email us, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5. Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I feel really bad for the guy who's on the phone to do a second date update today.
Really?
Not only bad, but I'm also impressed by his bravery. I read his email about what happened on his date, and I'm frankly surprised that he would be willing to tell this story to anybody, let alone do it on a radio show.
Yes.
Matt, how you doing?
Man, I got a weird mix of emotions because I feel like I'm throwing a Hail Mary here, and I know it's a long shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The description of what happened on your date is amazing to me. And like I said, I commend your bravery for being willing to talk about this.
I mean, this is like I've lived a life where I've done embarrassing things. This has got to be the most embarrassing
That bad?
that I can think of.
Why don't you tell your story there, Matt?
All right. So, I meet this really, really nice girl online.
Uh-huh.
Name's Amanda, and we agreed to go to this restaurant. And the whole deal was there's a seasonal festival going on I really wanted to go to. I was like, this would be so much fun. So I just kind of picked a restaurant near the festival because I wasn't sure if we were going to get to eat. I'm like, I didn't want to be hungry at this festival. I just wanted to be in a good mood. So we go, and it's great. You know, it's my kind of place, laid back. It's got good food and big portions. And I like big portions. So
I love how men pick restaurants. You don't have to dress up, and I can eat a lot.
well, you know, I wanted to see because she kept saying, like, all our profile and stuff like that, she's laid back and just like to have fun. And, like, I was hoping that translated to just like to eat. And we ordered cheesy fries. They were massive. She dug in with me, you know, like, it was, oh, good, cool, it's going to be fun. We can, like, eat together.
I want to get to what happened and the reason why you think she's not calling you back.
Yeah, but hold on. I didn't even tell you about the steak. The steak was incredible. Like, I really thought this was going to be like an average steak. You don't understand. I went back and shook hands with the chef. That's how good the steak was.
Wow.
This was incredible.
Whoa.
I have not had a steak at a restaurant this good for the price.
Were you excited about your
Is
date?
this a second date or a commercial for this restaurant?
I'm just telling you, this was the one good part. And sometimes I'll go on dates and I'll love the food and I'll feel shamed by my date. But she didn't do that. She was just like, yeah, cool, I like a guy who can eat.
Why are you eating so much food? Jeez.
All right, because I hadn't eaten all day, and it's a festival. We're going to walk around a long time. I didn't want to just be hungry, you know, while we're at the festival, because I can get kind of grumpy. So I wanted to be on my A game and fill my belly.
Oh my God, chili cheese fries and steak is already enough.
Hey, I didn't even tell you about the dessert.
My God.
So we get one of those giant, like, ice cream brownie sundae things. And all I'm going to say, I know you don't want me to, like, go on and on and on, but, oh, my gosh, that whipped cream, it was like, I don't know, it was like there was a group of people in the back that were making it by hand, and that was their only job, was just to make this whipped cream. I mean,
After reading your email, how in the world can you still be talking about the food with the situation that happened after you ate?
I want to know what happened.
You do want to know what
I
happened.
just need to understand, like, I was so happy. This is the happiest I'd been on a date at this point.
All right.
And so, like, that's why. So, like, we ate. This is great. Let's go. So it's just like we're walking. I start burbling. You know, my stomach starts burbling. I'm like, oh, no, I got to go. I should have gone. There's, like, we're kind of far from the restaurant now.
Uh-huh.
Like, just, like, want to keep moving. And I didn't really want to say anything. You know what I mean? I just didn't feel comfortable yet saying, oh, I just got to
drop a giant deuce, you know? So, like,
Yeah, it's usually bad first date etiquette to bring that up.
I didn't want to do that. So, like, we walked by this department store, and I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot. I got to buy a gift for one of my coworkers. I'll just go in here real quick because it's tomorrow. It's like an only chance if I don't buy it now. So I knew I'll just be in and out real quick. And so I go in, and the bathroom is on, like, the 5th floor. It's, like, escalators. So I'm, like, running up the escalators, like, carefully, because now I'm at the point where it's very sensitive and I can just lose it all.
Oh my gosh.
Any second I can feel it. And so I'm just
So much
so
graphic
careful.
detail.
You know, like that run you do when you're trying to be careful not to spill it?
Yeah.
So
I don't.
I get up. I get up there. I get to the 5th floor. I'm so excited. And there's a guy with a mop and he's cleaning. And he's like, "You're not coming in here."
Oh no.
And then like there's the woman's bathroom. I could go in the woman's bathroom, but like a woman goes in, and I'm not going to go in while there's a woman in there. That's just so.
You don't need like assault charges or indecency charges on your first date.
So I'm like, okay, I can hold it a little bit longer. So I run and clinch down. I'm running and clinching. I'm going down the escalators. I run out the front. She's like, "What are you doing? Are you done?" I was like, "I gotta go. I'll be right back." And I'm like running back to the restaurant. It's like, you know what? I paid there. I can go. I can use the bathroom. And by the time I get to the restaurant, I got a pretty good sprint coming on. And everything I have to hold this in. I burst the door open. It knocks over this old man. The old man falls to the floor. I don't stop. Someone says, "You knocked over an old man." I don't have time to apologize or stop. I go to the bathroom, and I just go in. And I'm like a sweating, heaving mess of shame. And I sit there on the pot, and I just like, I destroyed that bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
I was disgusted by myself on so many levels. And I'm just sitting there, and it's like taking so long. I just wanted to go fast. It's like 15 minutes, which is such a long time.
Especially after you've run up to the top of a department store and then sprinted back down, sprinted by your date, and she's like, "Where are you going?"
So yeah, she's texting me. She's like, "What's going on? What's going on?" It's like, "It's fine. I'll be right back. And I was like, I'm good. I'm like done. And I stand up and I look at my pants, and I had splattered my pants in the process.
What?
And I was like, this is not going to work.
Did you just say
Disgusting.
I don't get it. You didn't realize that you pooped your pants before you went into the bathroom?
I was in a dark place. I don't know how to explain. This was not like a normal situation. I'm in there freaking out about knocking over this man. I was like, I gotta go home. I gotta go home and get a change of pants.
Do you live close to this place?
No, I live like 10 minutes away if there's no light.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So I went out the back door of this restaurant because I don't want to run into this old man or his family or anyone. So I go out the back door and I drive home. I barely, I get home. I change my pants. She texts me, "Screw you. I can't believe you ditched me." And I was like, oh no.
And is that the last thing you heard from her?
Yeah, because I knew there's no coming back from that. I didn't know what to do.
Did you try to apologize and explain what happened?
I said I'm sorry, but I knew that if I did a lot, I felt like it would make it worse. So I just said I was sorry.
Oh my God, my brain is still spitting from your really detailed story about pooping yourself. Why would you ever think it's okay to leave a woman on the street for how long?
In the end, it was 35, 40 minutes.
Yeah, no wonder she's not calling you back. You know what happened, obviously.
Yeah, I know. That's why that's why I said Hail Mary at the beginning of this conversation. But I had such a good time. You have to understand, she really is cool.
Okay.
I met this really cool girl who's fun and has a good sense of humor. And for some reason, I just freaked out.
Well, you're gonna have to see how cool she is when we get her on the phone and you tell her the actual story of what happened.
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to tell her all the details. We just tell her generally what happened, and then see if she'll go out with me again. We don't have to give every example.
I'm just going to take this first part where we're talking right now. We recorded your story and play that back for her. Have her listen to that.
No. Please don't do that.
All right. We'll play a song. Come back.
Well,
Call
I love
her.
you guys. I'm a big fan of you. Please.
All right. Hey, you're going to have to tell her a little bit, but we'll do it after this song. We'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right. Hang on, man.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, Matt is on the phone. And yes, if you missed Matt explaining what happened on his first date, it was rather embarrassing. Long story short, he had to go to the bathroom really bad after they had dinner. Tried to find a restroom, didn't tell her what he was doing because he was embarrassed. Ran to the top of a department store. Bathroom was closed there. Sprinted down the stairs and past her She didn't know where he was going. Into a restaurant, knocked over an old dude on the way, and people yelled like, "Hey, that guy has knocked over this old guy," but he was in a very bad place, so he had to go straight to the bathroom. He ended up going, took him about 15 minutes, and then he realized that he accidentally had an accident on his pants. So he tried to go home to change his pants, and at that point, she texted him and was like, "It's obvious that you ditched me," and she hasn't talked to him since. We're about to get her on the phone and see if Matt can somehow salvage what happened and get a second date. Matt, are you ready to go?
As ready as I'm going to be.
Matt, you do realize the last image she has of you is you sprinting away from her on the street. It's not even that you just ditched her, you ran from her.
Ran away from
her.
No, it's not good. It's the worst. It's the worst it could be. It really is. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Good luck to you, man. I don't know how you're going to get a second date out of this one.
Especially when he's like, no, you don't get it. I pooped my pants. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Now
it's not as bad. It wasn't you. It's just that I have no control over my bowels. Would you like to go out again and try this over? All right. I'm going to dial the phone number right now. Get her on the phone, okay?
If you guys don't mind vouching for me that I'm a good guy, that would be great.
Sure. I'll tell her we're longtime personal friends and that you're a great dude.
You're such a liar.
That would be amazing.
Okay. I'm going to dial the phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Amanda, please?
This is.
Hello, Amanda. How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show? We host a morning radio show, and one of our listeners actually emailed us about you to see if we could get you on the phone.
About me?
Mm-hmm. It's called the second date update. Basically, if you go out on a date with somebody and don't call them back after the date, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what went wrong. I think we kind of know what went wrong on your date. But I could be wrong. The guy that emailed us, his name is Matt.
He wanted you to call me?
Yes, he did.
I can't even imagine why.
Yeah, he said that he really enjoyed your date.
Well, that's pretty interesting, because he's the one that ditched me, so I'm not really sure.
Amanda, what if I told you that he had a really good reason for having to leave your date?
I don't think there is a good reason. There's pretty much nothing that could make me say, "Oh, that makes sense."
Really? I think if you heard his story, you might actually be happy that he didn't come back to you.
I can't even imagine that there is some excuse good enough for him ditching me, leaving me standing there by myself to find my own ride home.
Well, why don't I let him tell you? Because he's actually on the other line listening and then wants to talk to you because he feels really bad about what happened on your date.
Right now?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. Matt?
Hi, Amanda.
What do you want?
I just want to apologize and explain what happened, because I know that it seems like I ditched you, and I didn't ditch you.
Matt, you did ditch me. I was standing there for a very long time by myself, and that means that you ditched me.
No, I know. Like, I've been ditched lots of times before, and I understand what it feels like. It's terrible. I feel that way. I had an emergency, and I didn't know how to explain it at the time. There wasn't a way that would have been
okay,
bad.
it was weird enough that you left me standing there to go buy a present or whatever, and then you came back and ran right past me. What's your emergency? I can't even understand why this... What's your emergency?
Okay, so remember when we were at the restaurant, how much food I ate?
Yes, I do.
A lot of food.
Lot of food.
Okay. Yeah. So I hadn't eaten all day, and so I had to go, like, worse than I ever have in my life. Completely unprecedented. Did not know how to deal with it.
Like, to the bathroom?
To the bathroom. I'm trying to be polite. To the bathroom. Number 2, I had to go, like, emergency, like, code red.
Okay, so as adults,
yeah.
You couldn't say, like, when we're in the restaurant, "Excuse me, I'm going to go to the bathroom."
But, see, I didn't have to go at that point. I only had to go when we were walking. So I was like, I got to go now. And
we passed a coffee shop. You could have said, "Let's grab a coffee," and gone to the bathroom there.
I know.
We're not in second grade. I don't understand why you couldn't have just handled it.
I mean, what am I supposed to do here? Is turn to you and be like, hey, I'm about to crap my pants. I'm on a first date with you. You know, I didn't want to I didn't know. Maybe I think that was.
I definitely
like a nice
appreciate that you
person.
didn't say that, but you could have said something. You could have done anything. Hey, let's go in here together and run away to the bathroom.
What do you, I wouldn't ask you to come into the bathroom while I have to do that. That's like.
Okay, Matt. Okay. I'm not trying to be so literal here. I'm just saying we could have gone into the building structure at the same time so I wasn't standing outside on the street wondering where you were.
That would have made sense. That would have made much more
It was
sense. than
really
what happened.
upsetting. I was having a good time, and I was so frustrated. Then I was cold. Then I got embarrassed because I was completely ditched. I went through so many emotions in that half an hour that should never happen on a first date.
I know. I went through a lot of emotions too, and I feel terrible.
So you're the victim of this whole thing? I'm the one that was
No,
there.
you're the victim. You're the victim. I'm sorry. No, you're the victim. My
I
emotions
was the
don't
one that
matter.
was ditched.
That's not the point.
You're the one that had the issues. I was ditched. I'm the one that went home and told my friends I will never do internet dating again because look what this guy did to me. I'm the one.
You know what?
not
I figured that. I figured you were probably telling your friends, and that's fine. You should tell everyone. I understand that. I want to go on another date with you, and I don't care if that's the story
kidding
that
me?
always gets told.
If the bathroom was what you were trying to do and you had to go do it, why wouldn't you come back? We were going to go to the fair. I don't get that. I don't understand.
In all honesty, the reason I didn't come back is that I my pants
Oh, my God.
and I had to go home.
Are you kidding me? I feel like I'm talking to a child
you the
right
truth.
now.
I'm telling you the truth.
Okay, well,
I'm a truth
sometimes,
teller.
and I've never said this out loud, but sometimes it's better to lie than give that many details.
So, Amanda,
This is
you'd
how we figured that out.
prefer.
I mean, I don't know that about you, so this is how I figured that
Well,
out. I don't know.
I
know that.
I would rather anything but knowing that you... I can't even say it. Like, come on.
Amanda, that's what happened. Hey, at least he's honest. You know that. He told us about your date. Said that he loved going out with you. He really enjoyed it and thought you were awesome. But he had an unfortunate situation where his body was not working with him. And he kind of ruined his pants. And he tried to go home and do this all in a timely manner.
gosh.
But at that point, you were done.
And I don't even tell you, I knocked out an old man, too, when I opened the door. And everyone hated me. Everyone hated me.
Crapped your pants.
I'll tell you everything.
You crapped your pants. You knocked an old man down. You ditched a girl you claimed to be having a good time with. And you never communicated any of this with anybody. I'm going to say you have some issues, and I'm not ready to go out again. It's not going to happen.
Amanda, are you sure? Because I would like to ask if you'll go out on a second date with Matt. We will pay for it.
I don't think it's going to be a good idea.
Weird. From the recap that you just said, it sounded like a fantastic time. I'm surprised that you're saying no.
That's all that's true. All that's true. And good news is, you know that the worst it could go with me is that. That's the bottom. And that's
Wait a minute.
not a normal bottom.
I'm sorry. I can't let you finish. If that's the first date, how is this the worst that it's going to be? It's supposed to be the very best ever.
Oh, but it's all uphill from here,
How are you
Amanda.
guys siding with him? I don't understand this.
Stuff happens, bro.
Whatever. If a girl crapped her pants on a date, none of you would ever talk to her again.
Yeah, that's very true.
I would. I absolutely would. I'd feel so much more comfortable if a girl crapped her pants or burped or did anything gross. I'd be like, that's
Well,
awesome.
you would. You would, because that's your thing.
It was just one time.
All right, well, so Amanda, no, you don't want to go out with him again.
It's not going to happen. I will use it as an example of what not to do for the rest of my life.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
If the bathroom was what you were trying to do and you had to go do it, why wouldn't you come back? We were going to go to the fair. I don't get that. I don't understand.
In all honesty, the reason I didn't come back is that I my pants.
Oh, my God.
That was a clip from today's second date update. If you missed it, Matt wanted to call this girl Amanda. He knew exactly why she wasn't calling back. She didn't know that he had an accident during the date. But what did happen was they went out to eat, and then they were walking somewhere. He had to go really bad. He tried to go to one bathroom. It was closed. Then had to sprint past her to go to a restaurant's bathroom. Ended up, actually getting some on his pants and then tried to go home to change them. But basically ended up ditching her for 40 minutes while he tried to figure the whole situation out. She texted him and was like, I'm done with the date. We got her on the phone. She still didn't want to go out with him because he just ditched her instead of being honest, hey, had a little bit of an accident. Maybe we could reschedule this for next time. But people are texting in at 78592, and they're totally on his side. Almost every single text that has come in say, oh my God, he's adorable. Crappy pants or not, I'll go out with him.
How are people okay with adults pooping themselves on a first date?
It happens.
No, it doesn't happen. I've never pooped myself.
Well,
yes, I have to go to the bathroom sometimes, but I've never done it in my pants.
Happens more than you think. Another text in at 78592 says, I think Amanda should have given him a second chance. She's being way too hard on him. No one can control what happens to their bodies sometimes.
But even if he never texted her once in those 40 minutes saying, hold on, I had an emergency, I have to run home. He never, like, she
I
was
think
just
either way.
standing there without any knowledge.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to
anything.
handle that either, because if you're honest, she's like, ooh, gross, I don't want to see this guy again.
Just say you had an emergency.
Yeah.
You don't have to go into detail
I
about
know.
what
How fake does
happened
that
to your
sound?
pants.
How
Yeah.
fake does that sound? You run past her head.
It sounds like you're lying.
Yeah, you know.
So either
God,
way, he's
guys.
screwed. But good news is, a lot of people texting in at 78592 would love to date Mr. Crappy Pants, so that's good. Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is just email us. We'll call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Mike is on the phone for a second date update right now. He wants to call a girl named Samantha, who he met at a friend's party, but not necessarily to get a second date. I'm sure Mike would like one, but his email says he's more just concerned for her safety.
Really?
Oh, no.
And wants to make sure that she's okay. Mike, how are you?
Hey, Jubal, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you for your email. Tell us a little bit about Samantha, the girl that you want to call today.
Well, I met her at my friend's party, and like right away, there was just something about her. Like, she was really cool, down to earth. We were like drinking, have a good time. So we like exchanged numbers, and it's like really hard for me to ask girls out. I know it's just always kind of been hard for me. So I finally worked with the card to do it, and I got tickets to a show, and I asked her if she wanted to come.
So that took
Okay.
a lot of courage.
But you never made it to your show, did you?
No, I took her to dinner first. We went to this Chinese place, and it's like another weird. I don't know why I picked that place. Like, I'm really terrible with chopsticks, but
That is something to think about.
she helped me with my chopsticks. And during dinner, she went to the bathroom, and when she came back, it was like 10 minutes later, and she was soaking wet. She was like really sweaty.
Oh my gosh.
And she said she ate something weird, and she was like hunched over, and she looked pretty terrible. Like, I was like, oh my God.
So it was like food poisoning.
Yeah, I guess some kind of food poisoning. I mean, I didn't get what she had, so
There was no like allergic reaction where it looked like her throat was going to swell at any moment and her face was blowing up.
no, it looked more like a stomach thing. It looked like
Okay.
she had eaten something bad, and like she was sweating. Like, she looked like she had been poisoned.
Okay, and you didn't look her in the eye and go, hey, tough it out, sit down, finish the date. We still have to go to a play later. I bought tickets to a show. I'm going to waste money now. You realize that? Sit down.
And you have to finish that meal that
Yeah.
maybe poisoned you.
You didn't do that?
No. I thought she was like really sick, so I stopped the date, and I offered to drive her to the doctor, but she just wound up taking a cab, and I told her I'd text her later to see if she was all right, and I did, and that was 4 days ago, and I haven't heard from her since.
Have you tried to call her at all?
I don't know. I feel like kind of awkward about doing that because I feel like maybe I don't know. Like, I hope she's okay. Like, maybe she's still sick. Like, I don't know. I just kind of.
Have you checked with your friends since you guys met at their party?
She doesn't really know them. She was just at the party, so
Okay.
my friends don't even know her.
All right, so you just more want to find out if she's alive.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if I hope she's okay.
Now, let me ask you this. What would be better if we call her and we can't get her on the phone because she's deathly ill still? Or we get her on the phone and she just didn't want to go out with you again, so she faked being sick?
Oh.
Well, like, obviously I hope she's not deathly ill, but that would suck if she's sweating me.
Hey, come on.
Is there
props to her if she can fake sweating?
Yeah.
Is there anything else, Mike, that you think could have happened on your date where she didn't like you? I mean, from the sounds of it, she just got sick and she might not be ready to call you back.
No, I mean maybe it was the chopstick thing. I don't know. Some girls are weird about that.
That's usually a big cause
Deal
of
breaker.
somebody not getting a call back. I doubt it's the chopstick thing, Mike. All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, and hopefully we can get her on the phone and get your second date update, okay?
All right.
All right, man. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Hey, Mike?
Yeah.
I think you're good. I don't think there's anything you did on this date that could come back to hurt you. You just told us how you took this girl out for dinner and she got sick halfway through and had to leave and hasn't been calling you back. You're concerned if maybe she's sick and like in the hospital or something, and that's why she hasn't called you back. I think she's probably embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you did anything wrong on your date.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, either that or she's dead. And either way, not your fault.
We'll get close.
Not your fault, no matter what, Mike. All right, man. Are you about ready to call her and see if we can get her on the phone?
Yeah, let's do it.
What was the last thing you said to her as she left the restaurant with possible food poisoning?
I just told her I would text her to make sure she was all right.
Okay.
And you haven't gotten any response from her at all?
No, nothing. So I hope she's fine.
Yeah, I think Jubal's right. I'd be humiliated.
Yeah.
Especially because I'm sure she spent a little bit longer in the bathroom than she probably wanted to. I mean,
I get
after a
nervous
while.
even with my girlfriend like over a year. I still get nervous when I go on a date and I'm in the bathroom too long. I think she's going to think I'm blowing this place up when I'm not. So maybe she's just embarrassed, okay?
All right.
All right, here we go. I'll call her right now.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Samantha, please?
this is Samantha.
Hey, Samantha, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hi.
Hi. What's going on?
Nothing.
Do you listen to our show, Samantha?
No, not usually.
Oh, that's too bad. Because somebody actually sent us an email about you.
Okay.
You recently went out with one of our listeners. He enjoyed your date. I guarantee that you didn't enjoy the date very much. But you haven't been calling him back after he's texted you a few times, and he wants to know why. His name is Mike.
Oh my God.
And
I remember Mike.
he told us about your date and how you got sick halfway through dinner.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy your date? Why don't you tell us from your perspective how your date went?
He's really nice. Mike is nice.
That's not how your date went, though.
Well, I got sick. I just had to go. So,
how sick were you?
I couldn't stay.
Okay. Is that the reason you're not calling him back? I mean, why won't you get back to him? He says he's texted you even just to check and see if you're all right. He's actually more concerned for your health and everything else than even getting a second date at this point.
Well, it was we didn't even finish a first date. So
Right.
Why is he so concerned?
Samantha, if I were to go out on a date with you, if you were that lucky, and you got sick halfway through and then weren't calling me back, I would be concerned about you. I'd be wondering if you were okay, and that's pretty much what Mike wants to know because he's been trying to get a hold of you, but you haven't been calling him back.
You can tell Mike that I'm fine.
Because
I'm fine.
you just sound so hesitant about this whole thing. Were you really legitimately sick?
I mean, why does it matter? Yeah. Why does it matter?
Whenever a girl says she's fine, she's never
Not fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the truth, Samantha? Why don't you want to call Mike back?
If I'm being completely honest, there was other stuff going on, so I had to deal with it.
But you had
There was other stuff going on.
There's stuff happening that night that I needed to take care of, so I just needed to go.
Okay, so did you make up the sick thing to get out of the date then?
I mean, kind of.
I know.
Job well done. Because
You did?
The way he describes it, it was believable.
You did? You made up being sick to get out of the date?
Well, I had to go, and I didn't. I mean, it was just a spur of the moment thing. It was an instinctual. I had to go. I feel bad. Oh, I feel bad.
Why couldn't
Samantha-
you just be honest about it though? What was so embarrassing or secretive? that you
It was personal, so I thought okay, I'll just spare him the details. I'm just gonna go.
Samantha, I know this is a weird phone call to receive, and I appreciate you staying on the phone with us, but can you just tell us what it is? Because Mike wants to know. He's been like going crazy trying to figure out what if he did something wrong on the date or if you were sick and if he could help you out in any way. What else was going on?
This is like a way bigger deal than it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's this other guy that I was really excited about going out with.
Uh-huh.
And I actually got a text from him while we were in dinner, and I went to the bathroom to check it out, and it was like, literally he had like 2 hours to hang out, and then he was leaving to go to Korea for like a month right after that. And so like, I mean, that was the only time I could see him, and we had like a thing going on, but I didn't know if I would see him again.
Dude, that's low, Samantha.
That sucks.
So
now you make me look like the complete villain.
Wait, come on, dude. You went into the bathroom and ditched the guy for somebody that you thought was better.
That's why I didn't say anything.
It's awful.
What do you think Mike would say if he heard that?
It would suck. I mean, I think that's why I didn't want to say anything to him, because he's really nice and he's very sweet. I feel like it would really hurt his feelings.
I feel like we should find out from Mike.
Oh, God.
Don't you, Samantha?
No, I don't think we should.
What if I told you it's too late and Mike is actually on the other line listening?
Are you serious?
Hi, Samantha.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you heard all of that. I didn't want to hurt your feelings, so I was just like.
Seriously? But I don't understand.
Protecting
Like,
you.
why agree to go out with me at all if you already, like, how many boyfriends do you have?
It's not like that at all. It's not. I mean, I don't do that. Like, I don't.
Well, but you did it. I don't. Why? I don't. You did it to me.
I was trying to protect you. See, this whole thing wasn't even supposed to happen.
Yeah, but like you're a liar. You put on a whole show for me.
I mean, like, what am I supposed to do? Come back to the table and say, like, oh, shoot, I gotta go. Like, I'm gonna go out with this other guy because he's leaving, and like the whole story, and then like, sorry, bye. Would you do it like that?
No, like I don't know why. Why did you even like if this guy was like leaving anyway? Why are you seeing me the night before? Like when you're gonna bail on me, regardless. Like why? Like what are you?
I didn't know that I was gonna bail on you. I didn't even think I was gonna see him again. To be honest,
dude.
That's all you got.
I don't know why you're so hung up on this because it's like we had like a date.
So like just lie to somebody.
Sometimes people say things to make things better when it's better in the end that you don't know the actual truth.
How are you justifying this? If one of your girlfriends went through the same thing with a dude, you would have so many horrible names for that person.
Like, yeah, it would be up, and like everybody would have a lot of great conversation to have over coffee the next
But
morning.
you're not even sorry.
I mean, what am I supposed to say at this point? I'm not sorry. I mean, I'm sorry if you're upset, Mike. I'm sorry if you're hurt. I didn't mean to because that's why I did what I did.
Like, I literally thought you were dying from food poisoning, but you were really just shacked up with some other guy doing God knows what, and, like, I'm worrying about you.
Mike, we didn't even finish a whole date. We were there for, like, 45 minutes. 45 minutes of your life has impacted you so intensely that you have to, like, draw it out like this.
I can't believe this.
Hey, Samantha, are you still seeing that dude? The one that went to Korea? Are you guys, like... I mean, I know he's gone, but are you guys still seeing each other?
I don't know. We'll see what happens when he gets back.
He does not care about you. If he was going to Korea and he knew it was the last night to hang out with you, he wouldn't have just called you that night. He would have planned something.
Yeah.
Like, the dude doesn't like you that much, Samantha.
Or maybe, Samantha, he's telling you a little white lie, and he's actually just in town this whole time.
That would be really up.
Really?
Well, since that dude's gone, Samantha, I would love to ask you if you'd go out with Mike one more time. Just give it another shot. Would you like to go out on a date with Mike? We'll pay for it.
Yeah, I don't really want to go on a date with Samantha.
Mike, I'm asking Samantha right now, Mike. Samantha, would you like to go out with Mike?
No.
Mike, you're not interested in going out with Samantha again, I take it?
She's a liar. No.
You're like a mind reader, Jubal.
Yeah, I don't know how I figured that out.
So
we good? Like, can I go? Because I need to, like, do my life and stuff.
Yeah, Samantha, thank you for your time. Thank you for your honesty.
Oh, my God.
I appreciate it. Have a good one, okay?
Bye.
Oh.
Dude, she's a
There you
piece
go,
of
Mike.
Work.
Well, up.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got your answer. I told you at the beginning of this, there's no way it could possibly go wrong for you. Proving once again my track record of being right. Not so good.
Brooke and Jubal